What is up, Planeswalkers 36 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Be sure to head over to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and it helps support the channel. Now today, there was so much fantastic reception on the Bolas video. I think at the time of recording, it's like 200 likes and 0 dislikes. I really appreciate that because Bolas is a deck that I really love and that's why it's on the rotation. And as I said in the Bolas video, I'm going to be continuing the revisitation of my rotation of decks. I started off with zombies, but yeah, they didn't do very well. So instead, I went over to Abzan, and I looked at essentially a very different way of playing it. The version I played before had a Militia Bugler and a lot of creatures that Militia Bugler worked with, and it had the Explore package. I wanted to try and play as many new cards as I could, since there were so few new cards in the Bolas deck, and I actually ended up cutting the one real new edition. So this is the deck that we ended up with, and you might notice I have 3 Duresses in the main. They've been really good. So maybe Bolas should actually have 3 Duresses in the main, because this card works so well right now, and I'm not sure why. So those 3 Duresses, they like always work against every deck I've faced so far. They've been incredibly helpful. It really stops people who are looking for like land drops or something. If they like keep a kind of funky hand, maybe 2 lands and like an opt, like just 1 opt and then some higher end cards, taking that opt away from them is crippling. Against like mono blue and stuff like that, you can take out their dive downs. There we go. So it's just a fantastic card. For Growth Chamber Guardians, this is a card that I've had in many of my decks recently, and it is just so much value, and that's why I decided to add it into this deck. Initially, since it is just a 2 power card, I did consider just making an update, like just a normal update to the my previous version of Abzan, but I decided that I wanted to switch up a lot more things that you might see already, and there just wasn't enough for me to justify playing that exact same deck. So Growth Chamber Guardian is a fantastic way to just maintain a nice card advantage while still being able to put on pressure to your control opponents and have a nice 4/4 blocker against your aggro opponents. Incubation Druid. You notice that we aren't running Llanowar Elves, and I've really despised turn 1 mana dorks in mid-range decks for a long time, but they're kind of a necessary evil. And the reason for that is you really want in mid-range to be able to get to your highest value cards as quickly as possible. So you kind of had to play with these cards that were not great, let's be honest. But Incubation Druid, even though it is a 2 mana dork instead of a 1 mana dork, it has the benefit of not being a dead card super late. So super late, even though it is, a total of 7 mana, you still have a 3/5. You still have something that can attack. Whereas Llanowar Elves, as a 1/1, it's like never good late, right? So there's a bit of a difference there. If you find that you really just want that turn 1 mana ramp, Llanowar Elf is fine in this place, but I found that the versatility of Incubation Druid has been very helpful. 3 cast downs. I initially was running 2 and 24 lands, but I found that I had too many situations where I was like flooding. Like in the early game, I would draw like after my 10 or 15 cards, like half of them were lands, and I just didn't like that so much, and it was really consistent, so I decided to cut down to 23, and I added an additional cast down. Cast down is fantastic as removal for most situations. It is unfortunate that it doesn't kill things like Niv Mizzet and Lyra, things like that, but it still works really nicely, and for what it's worth, we have plenty of other removal in this deck. 3 Midnight Reapers, because we want to draw cards. We are a deck that aims to attack. For the most part, it aims to win via creature combat or planeswalkers, but having creatures on the board is a bit of a liability, so a lot of times your creatures will die. Midnight Reaper allows us to keep value on it, and that's really nice. Night of Autumn is a card that I haven't seen very many people play in their current Abzan lists, but I still like it because of the versatility, especially considering the second clause, the middle clause, is even more important than it used to be. So even against mono blue, the second ability is worthwhile, right? So that's one reason I'm still keeping Night of Autumn, is that nice flexibility. I think a lot of people have been playing main deck Lyras, but I found that Night of Autumn does essentially a good enough job against mono red by itself, because it does give you 4 life and a blocker, or something that they're going to shoot something at. So Night of Autumn I found is just really strong still. Mortifies. The main reason that we have cards to update in this deck. Mortify is such a good versatile removal spell. It destroys enchantments, which is what we really need right now, as opposed to Putrefy, which we don't really need. Mortify allows us to destroy a creature or an enchantment. Instant speed is great. 3 Seraph of the Scales. This is a value card. We are playing a value deck. We're playing this value card. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It has afterlife, so if it dies and isn't exiled, we get some value left over. So it's essentially a 4-mana 6/5 flyer over the period of a couple of turns and things, but that doesn't matter. You can also give Vigilance if you really need to start putting the pressure on your aggro opponent while still maintaining some sort of defense, and if your opponent has a larger creature, you can still use this as a mana dump to give it Vigilance with that threat of having Death Touch, so maybe they don't decide to block even if they could otherwise kill it. Or it just dissuades them from attacking you because you have something that can get Death Touch. So it's very, very nice value-laden card. 1 Ixalan's Binding. I used to run 2, but now we run 1 because we have access to Mortifys, right? And we're also playing an additional Vivien Reid. So I found that needing more of them was not as important, but there are still times where you just need to get rid of a Planeswalker or something else that you don't have active removal for, and it gets rid of all of the other copies. Vraska Contempt, it's a great card. It exiles things, including Planeswalkers, and you gain life. Always nice. 3 Vivien Reids. Now, this is up from the 2 that we used to play, because Vivien Reid, the -3, is just really good right now, especially considering the fact that our removal is such, especially with cast downs, that sometimes there are flyers specifically that we can't kill, as Niv Mizzet and Lyra. So being able to have Vivien, bring her down, and then still kill those things is fantastic. Plus her +1 is just good against decks that don't actually have anything we need to interact with. 2 Finds. We have a lot of value creatures. They're going to die. Find is great because it gets them back, and it doubles as a board wipe, which is fantastic. There's actually one game here, I believe. Yes, there's one game against Abzan Knights where I had a really slow hand, but I was able to finally get that clutch top deck land and just decimate the board, and I won from there. Very, very helpful card in very tough spots. 1 Izoni. We aren't running nearly as many Explore cards, so it's a lot harder to dump things into our own graveyard. Because of this, Izoni is a lot less valuable. That said, she still is a good card as a finisher, and I did want to kind of keep to my roots. You could very easily replace this with something else like Lyra, like Carnage Tyrant, or something else that I actually just can't think of right now. But for right now, I think she's totally fine. You play Ethereal Absolution. It's different, but it's something that you could do instead of Izoni. And then, of course, 2 Vraska Relic Seekers, because Vraska is, she's real good. And this is our mana base, and we're just going to hop into some games. As I said, we are playing 23 lands, and I should note that, so I'm going to try to be keeping all of my information from my practice games, so that I can actually talk about them during the games, and really give you a bit more information about how the decks actually do, including the practice. So if you might have noticed in yesterday's video, the Bolas video, I also, like at the bottom of the timestamps part, I gave you information about the win-loss record from including my practice. Now, this hand's not bad per se, because we're going second and we have at least cast down a Midnight Reaper, but if our opponent's a control deck, it's probably going to be a lot more difficult to win. Vraska and Finality are so far away that I think it's correct to mulligan here. This is a lot better of a hand because we have Growth Chamber Guardian into a potential Midnight Reaper. So I think this is fine. Also, Vivien is 1 less than Vraska, so it's a lot easier. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep my numbers of practice going forward. Ooh, zombies itself. All right. Cool, cool. I love to see some zombies. But my zombies was a win against a deck I don't remember, 2 losses, a win, a loss. I went to best of 3, and I did. I had a 1-2 record with it, and another loss against Mono White. So, not really a great hand. This might just be Mono Black aggro instead of zombies. I did try Gutterbones on the zombies list. It just needs more time. Death Baron, okay. I think I block that every time. Yeah, I think I have to. Okay, that's nice to see. So we can at least play Seraph the Scales next turn. This is definitely going to be blocking, especially since I'll gain a card from it. Liliana, ooh, that's a yikes. Is she gonna minus? She probably should, honestly. Yep, gonna minus. Maybe the problem is I went black-green and not mono-blue. Ow, ow. So we're down to 9. Yeah, we're just gonna go and Seraph for the Scales. I don't think we're gonna end up finding this game. I think we're gonna try and Finality. I wouldn't block Digraph Ghoul at this point. I think I would try to kill Liliana.
Into the grave.
Ooh. No, I don't think I can block that. Well, I mean, I guess I can, because I get 2 1/1s and I can at least put her to 1. Then I can maybe Duress next turn, or just Vivien Reid. Yeah, I think it's actually correct to block this. Yeah, not sure. But the Abzan deck that I'm playing right now, it went 5 wins in a row. I didn't lose any games during practice, so that was nice. I got a bone. Sure. Okay, so we have another chapel. I don't think they're playing very many non-land spells. Can cast zombie cards from the grave. That's only 2 diagraph goals, so I'm not too worried about that since I can totally Finality next turn. So I think what I'm gonna do is just hold up my Vivien Reid, hold these back to block. Seraph Skills is a nice card to have. Yeah, I think I just hold these back to block. Because she's not too much of a... I need to kill her. Because she is going to kill me with that +1. But for right now, I want to hold them back just a little.
Only I am
really? Well, I can't go to 2. So I think I will block this. Their Lily gets to live, which is unfortunate. But I don't think I can go that low.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
I think I'm going to take one of these, just so I don't have to take damage from the Finality. But is it even correct to play Finality now? Because they haven't done much. I think I might want to Duress and Seraph. So I think I'm actually going to take the Incubation Druid. Yeah. Going to Duress. Wow, just 2 swamps. Okay. Seraph. And Temple Garden. I'm getting real low. I'm getting real low. Black's got that drain. Yes, no drain. That was very clutch. Let's see what my opponent decides to do here. The fact that they didn't have, like, anything is very good for me. For sure. I block that all day. Yeah, I block that all day. Because I can still just... Like, I don't really care too much now. I should be able to just block the stuff that they have. And they can't get this back this turn, because they didn't actually hurt me with this. So I can kill this, play Incubation Druid as a chunky blocker. Vivien to see what exactly we get. Okay, they play another Lily. That is less good.
And the dead answer.
Significantly less good. So they top deck that Lily. That's bad. Are you gonna minus? There's no way that's right.
Open the graves.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna Finality here. Pretty simple Finality for me.
The wilds are my shield. Wipe that smug look off your face.
Ah, shut up, Lily. Cool. I could even Vivien Reid if I wanted. And I'm probably going to. Freebooter? Oh no, you take my Mortify. And actually, Freebooter does kind of suck for me. So I think this is more or less mono black aggro that just happens to have a heavy skeleton zombie theme. Oh, cast down. Not bad. Don't mind if I do. Do I really want to minus here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess so. No, I'll plus. I'm greedy. I'll plus.
Balance comes.
I'll take another Incubation Druid because I can get this with that. So let's play a Growth Chamber Guardian. Play one of my Incubation Druids, but not my other one because I want to cast that down. Yeah. Okay. All right, we should be fine. Keyword should be. Can't wait till we die. Oh, wait. Now he just gets to... Oh, that's still fine, though. I still wanted to do that to make sure he couldn't attack anything. That's fine. Alright, gonna go ahead and do one of these.
It's time.
Gonna do one of these. And actually, I'm gonna do one of these. Alright, we have lethal. Oh, right, it has vigilance! Haha! I totally forgot about the vigilance. What do you got? Value Town wins again. And we're up to gold 3. Don't mind if I do. Anyway, I have been writing down the records for this deck. So I had a 1 win against Temur Explosion, where double Duress was real helpful because I just stumbled them on being able to draw cards. Against Abzan Knights, I had a really slow hand, and I think I got to 1 life, but I had a clutch finality, and I was able to claw my way back in that game. I went against Is It Drakes, and that was a really easy game. There wasn't really anything interesting happening. This I will keep, absolutely. I can turn 1 Duress if I want, depending, of course, on what their hand is. But regardless, I can Incubation Druid into something else. Sounds absolutely good. Let's see what our opponent's colors are. And see if we can discern what our opponent might be playing. Bottom? Not bad. Black, you say? If the first thing we're seeing is a swamp, I have legitimately no idea what my opponent could be playing, and I'll go into Duress. I assume this is going to be like a... Okay. That is not what I expected. I will go ahead and just get rid of Vraska first. I think my opponent kept a kind of a bad hand. A very bad hand. And we're going to go ahead and Sunpetal Grove into our Incubation Druid. Next turn we'll have 4 mana. I think I would rather just Temple Garden into... Yeah, our opponent is probably just kind of screwed. I'm just going to do this now. And we should be in a good spot. Yeah, Drake's was fine, and I beat that twice. Alright, can barely really count that this is a victory, but even if they didn't have, like, no lands, we had a good game plan going on there, so. And then just got control. That was a long one. We both had bad hands. I mulliganed to 5, I think, and they kept a hand with, essentially no red at all. And like a Niv and a Azor the Lightbringer or whatever in their opener. So a Duress took them off of Opt, I believe. I think I have to mulligan this. No green. I'm going first, which is kind of okay that this is happening, but I guess I keep this. It's pretty slow. I do get a scry. Yeah, this is probably going to be the game that I lose. And we'll play this first, because if we top deck one of our basics, then we can just play the Druid. Ooh, mono red. Okay. Maybe not quote-unquote actual mono red. You gonna shock me? Nope, okay. We can... Okay, it is mono red. We can play... Ooh, okay. Well, part of me really wants to just murder the crap out of that Runaway Steamkin right now. But I think it's probably just safer to play out the Incubation Druid here, not take any life from this. We have a Knight of Autumn, so we can gain 4. And we have Mortify, so even if, like, somehow we get to a point where we need to get rid of a coffee, then we can. Shock on my face, that's interesting. So they're going super aggressive here. Oh, okay, they wanted to light up the stage and find more cards. Okay, so they can play a land. And hopefully not another card. Because then their Steamkin... I should have just killed the Steamkin. Shock on my Druid. Wow. I should have killed the Steamkin. They should attack me here, and then they can cast more things. Oof, that is redonkulous. Yeah, that's just my bad for not respecting the Steamkin. But the Jeskai control deck... Oh, this is like Mono Red Phoenix, I guess. Interesting. I assume he's going to hit me with the Pyromancer. I drew like way too many lands, but they were just color screwed for too long that me drawing lands wasn't too big of a deal. Why didn't you... Okay, yeah, they're just going in. And they... That was their third turn. They have 2 cards left. This is not okay. This needs to stop. This is cancer. Even more cancer. What? It's time to stop. I mean, I'll block this because I can actually kill it. I'm going to play another Knight of Autumn, which is helpful. If I draw a land, I didn't. That's unfortunate. I will play another Knight of Autumn, though. Big yikes. Ugh, where's the other land when I need it? First strike. Oh, cool. It's good to know. Yeah, that's great. Well, I'll block this one since it deals more damage. Oh no, first strike damage. Alright, so I'm at 10. So it's not a terrible place to be. The terrible place to be is the fact that I play lands. For what it's worth, a loss against mono red is not as bad as it could be. Strike my face, sure. Steamkin is dumb. Down to 4. Well, I die if they play literally any red spell next turn. Yeah, I should have just killed the Steamkin. I did not realize the impact that would have on the game. This is a public service announcement for any of you watching at home. Just like Bolt the Bird. Kill the Steamkin. Shock the Steamkin? Yeah, I guess that works. Alright, that's fine though. Not too bad. Things happen. Cumbersome? Funny name. This is an okay hand, yeah. Our only source of black and white are shared, so that might become an issue, but Incubation Druid helps a lot with that. Yeah, no, I think this is a good hand. Our opponent mulligan, which is nice. Man, main deck Duress. I want to have more turn 1 Duress. Okay, Breeding Pool, so I assume this is going to be Temur, or it could be Bant Flash, or it could be it's Temur Explosion. Fudge. So my Druid, I assume, is going to get countered. Or killed. It didn't? Call me surprised? Shit. Alright, never mind. It's just Temur things. Oh, okay, it's Temur monsters, I guess. I was honestly not expecting that. I'm gonna go and kill this. Thank you, goodbye. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. And pass the turn. Next turn I'll be on 5. Ooh, opponent didn't get another land. That's very nice to see. Here I could, like, end of turn activate this to adapt it, so that next turn I can have more mana, but I think it's correct to just Midnight Reaper here. Yes, there's nothing... Yeah, no, there's nothing in there. Knight of Autumn may be a help. The Mortifies are definitely going to be a help. Ooh. Big yikes. Honestly, I think I just adapt this now. And just start swinging for 6. Yeah, gotta take advantage of our opponent's misfortune, unfortunately. 4 mana. Killing Phoenix. Yep. Izoni, you're not great right now. You're not great. I am going to attack with the Incubation Druid. I assume my opponent is going to block. Actually, maybe I should just attack with Midnight Reaper as well. I have Finality. Yeah, I'm going to attack with both. Yep, they block the Midnight Reaper. I do get a card out of it, which is nice. And I can go ahead and just Mortify it. I don't really lose anything here, so... Also, I gotta buff up my Izoni. And turn... Maybe my opponent's just missing a bit of blue? I dropped those. Hydroid Krasis? Alright. That is just a 2-2. This is nice to see. I will go ahead and attack. See what my opponent wants to do here. No, they decided to just let go. I'm kind of fine with them just having a 2-2 right now, so I'd rather just end of turn do things. Nikia. Ooh. It's a Temur Kia deck. You should not attack me. Correct answer. When Nikia dies. Cool. Cool deck. I've seen someone play this. Duress is going to whiff. 100%. Yep. But I do get to see what's in their hand. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. What do I want to do here? I think I just want to keep attacking and holding up removal. So they decide to block now. Okay. So my assumption is this coming up turn is going to be Nikia. It should be the ooze. Yeah. Should have been the ooze. It's possible. And I'm doing that first because they could have like played a land or something. The problem is their next Nikia I won't be able to actually deal with. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could play double Knight of Autumns. And then if I attacked with all, I'd still get 7 through. I think it's actually better to not attack. Yeah, I think it's actually better to not attack and just play double Knight of Autumn. I technically did that wrong. I could have done it in a way that didn't waste mana. But, oops. Because I could find, but there's only the one creature, so meh. So I think this is technically the best thing to do. It kind of forces them to play Biogenic Ooze. Yeah. But the Biogenic Oozes can kill the Knight of Autumns, and then I can just kind of play them again. Or I can, if I Mortify one, they can block one and they still die. Okay, cool. Just making sure that my opponent is now dead. Cool, cool, cool. Let's hop into one more game. Yeah, let's do it. Let's hop into one more game. I was struggling coming up with like a good name for this deck. So I think it's just like Abzan Value. Goblin Guide, good name. Also your Chandra, makes sense. They're probably playing mono red is my guess. This hand is okay. We're going second, which is not good, but we do have both Incubation Druid and Cast Down, so this is fine. What was I saying? Oh look, it's red. I respect this person because they're playing what's right. Yeah, the name of this deck is not great in the thumbnail because I couldn't think of a good name. If you guys have suggestions for future Abzan Value mid-range builds, feel free to let me know your dankest meme titles in the comment section. So do I hold up for Cast Down or do I go for the Incubation Druid? 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll be on next turn. I think I'll go with the Incubation Druid. It's once again possibly a mistake, but I don't think Viopshuna Pyromancer is nearly as important to definitely kill now than the Steamkin, which I should have killed. So it looks like they're going to kill my Incubation, which is totally fine with me, because we still have access to Midnight Reaper or Cast Down. And I think, honestly, I'm going to end up playing this tapped and then Cast Down. Ow, ow. Does my opponent have anything to do in second main, like Levitate? No, no, which is nice to see. And I'll just pass the turn. I guess it's possible, seeing that second Cast Down. Yeah, it was probably correct instead to play this and then play the Midnight Reaper, because next turn I would be able to double Cast Down if I needed to. So it's a little bit strange, and if my opponent attacks first, I'm actually not going to kill anything. But it looks like they're... okay. Painful. Very painful. So I'm gonna go down to 3. That's not too bad. Or to 9. I'm going down by 3. Excuse me. It's not too bad. It's not great for me. Ooh, Seraph the Scales is nice to see. Thank you very much. The best part about her is that unless they have Lava Coil, I'll have 2 blockers regardless. So this is a huge help. I would like to top deck a Forest, a Sunpetal Grove, or a Woodland Cemetery, so that I can play my Vivien Reid and start finding my Knights of Autumn. What are you doing? Another Pyromancer? Makes sense. Ow. I don't even think I can play Midnight Reaper here. I'm totally fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Attack me, coward. Do it. Ooh, that was the correct attack. I would lose both. I think I'm fine just taking the 1. Well, that isn't what I want to see. And I think I would rather just hold up Cast Down. Yeah, I think I'd just rather hold up Cast Down than play a Midnight Reaper. And I'll do that over playing a Midnight Reaper and holding up Cast Down. It's just like way too much life. And I assume they're going to attack me with Footlight Fiend. Yeah, at this point I could cast this down and I still only lose 1. Sure. I don't love it. In fact, you could say I hate it. But if they have like Light Up the Stage in hand, then they have a bad choice. They have a tough choice, I should say. But it looks like they're just going to kill Spirit, which is okay, because I still do have a blocker for this. Perfect draw. I almost accidented that all the way to the bank. Okay, so the Knight of Autumn helped to stabilize a lot. A lot. Growth Guardian is nice to see, because once again, this is a card that is going to help us stabilize. Do I start attacking for 1 in the air? I don't think so. I don't think that that chip damage at this juncture is going to be important in the long run. I think it's a lot better to just maintain stability of my blockers. Oh, right, I only had 1 green. I was real confused as to why I was not able to grow Temur Guardian. Does that mean I could/should play Midnight Reaper? I guess since I'm at 10, I should. Yeah, since I'm at 10 life, I think I should. And once again, I'm still not going to attack. They'd be at potentially 18 here, but having a full board of blockers is more important, especially considering the fact that our opponent could have access to Chain Whirler, Lightning Mare. Okay, I can still block that with whatever. I honestly want them to waste something on my Midnight Reaper, but... So here I could Vivien Reid or I could Izoni. I don't hate Izoni because she potentially gives me card draw. Or do I Vivien Reid because I can actively search for things? I'm going to Vivien Reid because I can actively search for things. Yeah.
Every fight makes me stronger. Meet my newest.
Dude, that's essentially exactly why I did that. Okay. So getting another Knight of Autumn proc is going to be incredibly important. This Lightning Mare does not have Trample. I can block it. I'm totally fine with that. And honestly, I'll probably block with Midnight Reaper because I don't want to lose life. Even though I'm going to be at functional 14, I just don't want to jeopardize my life total at all. And if my opponent did something like play a land Chain Whirler, then I'd be losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd be losing 5 life plus 2 more, so I'd be losing at like 7 life before anything is said and done. And then my opponent would probably kill me. Okay. So this is fine. So I'm definitely going to... So I'm going to lose a little bit of life here, right? So I'm going to block here. Then I'll block here and block here. And the reason I block with this instead of like with this, for example, is because I can get this back with Find. So I think I'm going to block like that. Yes. Obviously my opponent could have some sort of tricks, but no. Looks like they're just going to try and put me down. Oh, right. I did forget that this is non-token. So I actually take less damage than I expected. I assume they're gonna, like, light up the stage, maybe? Skewer. Okay. I could die. Okay. That Knight of Autumn is clutch, and it's going to be great. Technically, I should have Knight of Autumn first. I'm just going to take this, frankly. Gonna do one of these. Gonna do one of these. Go back to 9. Gonna do one of these. Do I attack with my Grove Chamber Guardian? No. I might be way too conservative with Abzan Midrange. But I don't feel comfortable at 9. Okay. We're going to go ahead and plus here. See what we get.
No one knows the wilds like
sure.
I do.
Then we can go ahead and Izoni. We can gain life with Izoni. Okay. So I think at this point I am satisfied enough to start attacking. I'm going to start attacking with Knight of Autumn, because Knight of Autumn would die to a Chain Whirler anyway. So I would rather attack with Knight of Autumn. I can only assume that what's in my opponent's hand is land, because at this point they have so much mana available that there's no reason they wouldn't just pay full price for a light of the stage or skewer the critics or anything like that. So I do have to think that I'm going to win this game purely on the back of double Knight of Autumn, right? That those two cards gave me 8 life. Shivan Fire kicked. Okay, well that's rude. Unfortunately I have to sacrifice a different creature. I'll go ahead and sacrifice this. So I guess, yeah, I guess they had Shivan Fires or something, which they really shouldn't play, I don't think. Alright, getting a lot of mana. I'm gonna be greedy, because I think I can.
Stop nature.
Absolutely solid. Going to adapt. Can I adapt the other one and then play this? No, it doesn't look like I can. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I only have 3 mana. No, so I couldn't. So I'll go ahead and just play this then. Go ahead and attack with all of my X1s and hold back everything that isn't an X1. And next turn I should just win with Vivien Reid. Oh wait, could I have won this turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think I could have won this turn, but I'm dumb. Alright. I should be fine. But I do believe that technically I could have won that turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. I would have had more than enough. When do we get to win with an emblem?
Brings your reckoning.
Another vigilance. It's the final countdown to land you. I hit my mic again, because I'm a trash YouTuber. Alright, fantastic. That was, what, 1 loss because I royally effed up? Alright, so we're going to look at a pack. And flip. And then I'm going to talk really quickly about my current sideboard with this deck. Now, I did modify my sideboard as well, because my sideboard used to be something different. It's still running essentially the same stuff, but a little bit differently. So, 1 extra Duress on the sideboard, because against control, you want the 4. 2 Moment of Cravings. This essentially is to help a lot against aggro. Your more late game oriented removal spells like Ixalan's Binding are not as good, so having those extra Moment of Cravings early on is very helpful. 2 Consecrate's Consumes. Consecrate is okay in some situations where your opponent is a very heavily graveyard focused deck, where you can, you know, start targeting specific cards. But really, Consume is what we like here, because it gives a way to deal with things that are like Karna's Tyrants or if you want to gain a lot of life back from your opponent's Hydro Crisis or something like that. So Consume is very helpful, especially since it is a sacrifice thing. 1 Sorcerer Spyglass. I think I might try and bump this to 2. I'm not sure, because I like being able to say, hey, to Fairy. No. Oh, no. 2, Cry the Carnarium, because aggro's a thing, and we want to be able to get rid of it. And we're playing Cry because it exiles. Might as well have that extra benefit. Yes, technically we are running some cards that die to that, but if we're bringing in Cry the Carnarium, we're going to know that it's in our hand before we choose to play it, so it's fine. An additional Ixalan's Binding. As I said, sometimes you just want something to go away forever. 2, Kaya's Wrath, because it's a good Wrath, and if our creatures die, we get to gain life. And when we're playing Wraths, they're usually against really aggressive decks, and the extra life gain is helpful. 2, Lyra's in the side. Lyra is very good against mono red decks. It's very good against decks that are just like on the ground. They don't really have a lot of air game, so nice card to have. And 2, Carnage Tyrants, because sometimes Control just has a handful of counterspells and target removal, and then you're just like, Carnage Tyrant, and then you laugh as they die. Oh man. Yeah, but that is the deck. It was a great time. I really do love Abzan. I believe it is my favorite color combination to play. I would like to, of course, thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Zaraga, and Croft, for their continued support. If you'd like to join them supporting the channel, you'll find links at that down in the description below, along with links to the Discord server, where people hang out and play games, and my Aetherweb account, where I host my deck lists. If you know I am dumb, I already said that. I'm totally professional, everyone. It's great. I'm totally, and barely many people actually listen this far. Anyway, I really enjoyed that game. I do hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, and pass the turn and the video to some of your friends. We are so close to 10K, and I can't wait for my 10K shout out and Q&A video. So share this around with your friends. Share this around on Reddit and things like that. Wherever you please. And once we get to 10K, it's going to be a fantastic time. So I'm so happy about everything that's going on right now. I'm cheery. Anyway, until next time, all will be one.